Bonjour et bienvenue à tous sur Babel TV. On parle de plus en plus de corruption, de chantage, de pots de vin dans le milieu de la politique où beaucoup de politiciens ne se cachent presque plus d'actions complètement frauduleuses. Figure-toi qu'actuellement, une affaire est en train de secouer les États-Unis. Non, on ne va pas parler de l'affaire de Donald Trump face à Joe Biden et ses 81 millions de voix, même si on pourrait en discuter encore et encore. On va parler surtout de l'Arizona et de Kari Lake, qui était candidate au poste de gouverneur de l'Arizona, soutenue par Donald Trump, et qui n'a toujours pas accepté la défaite en expliquant que, à ses yeux, il y a complètement fraude. Souviens-toi, en 2023, l'élection avait lieu entre Kari Lake et Kathy Hobbs, où beaucoup de personnes se sont demandé comment est-ce que c'était possible que Kathy Hobbs ait pu gagner cette élection, sachant que Kari Lake, là-bas, est un monument, est une personne qui est reconnue sur les réseaux avec un nombre de followers extrêmement élevé, beaucoup plus élevé que Kathy Hobbs, et où, à la grande surprise de tout le monde, elle a réussi à gagner Kathy Hobbs. C'est clairement à rediscuter. Néanmoins, le sujet n'est pas là aujourd'hui, le sujet est avec le président des Républicains, qui a clairement essayé de corrompre Kari Lake pour pas qu'elle se présente aux futures élections en expliquant qu'un groupe de personnes est prêt à payer des millions pour éviter qu'elle puisse poser sa candidature.
Is there a number at which
I can be bought.
not be bought?
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. A billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country. I think it's disturbing that they would even, that anybody would think this is...
No, to be fair, even me, I'll say this. I want a fresh face right now for the reason that I've never seen anyone, I can't think of a single person in a federal race who's lost, ran in and won. I can't think of it. If you can think of it, let me know.
I'm not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me.
Just breaking today, the chairman of Arizona's GOP now resigning following a leaked audio recording of what appears to be him bribing now Senate candidate for Arizona, Kari Lake. Of course, the Daily Mail was the first to break this story. In it, you can hear, again, what appears to be Arizona Republican Chairman Jeff DeWitt offering Lake to name her price if she stays out of politics for 2 years. Now, this conversation reportedly happened back in March of last year. And you may recall, guys, that she even mentioned this during CPAC last year, but it's just being released, the audio itself, now. Wow. Okay, so who's they? Well, no one really knows for sure other than in that recording that you just heard, DeWitt refers to they as the people back east. But wait. Oh, there's more. Take a listen to what Lake allegedly said when DeWitt brought up the idea of her jumping on board their team and paying her to do so.
They want you to be on their team.
But
Just team. You know?
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. So what do they want? What do they want me to do?
They want you to stay out for 2 years. Is there any companies out there or something that could just put her on the payroll and give her to keep her out? And I said, well, what do you want to do? Like, whatever we need to do.
This is about defeating Trump. And I think that's a bad thing for our country. DeSantis is not America first. This is about the final death blow to Trump. And I don't think that's good for our country.
And you don't love Trump. I might love Trump.
It's not good for our country, Jeff.
It's not. But at the same time, I'm not.
Cet enregistrement a été vérifié et est clairement authentique. Et la personne, le président Jeff DeWitt, a immédiatement démissionné après cette affaire et explique maintenant qu'il craint clairement pour sa vie. Oui, Kari Lake a refusé le pot de vin et lui, maintenant, démissionne en expliquant que sa vie est en danger. Depuis cette élection en 2023 au poste de gouverneur, donc Kari Lake et ses partisans se posent d'innombrables questions concernant les élections et se demandent encore comment est-ce que ça a été possible. En tout cas, elle est aimée de ses partisans et figure-toi qu'elle était clairement opposée au journalisme en expliquant
than anybody I know. He's given up more than anybody I know. And these bastards of the media want to drag him through the mud.
que le journaliste faisait clairement de la désinformation et ne faisait plus son travail. Elle, journaliste, bien sûr par le passé, est la mieux placée actuellement pour expliquer ça au peuple. De plus, elle explique dans une interview face à un journaliste qui lui demande si Joe Biden est bien président des États-Unis. Et personnellement, la réponse est juste magistrale. Je te mets ça en vidéo.
Do you think Joe Biden is the current president?
Well, he's obviously sitting in the White House. Do you think he's the president?
I'm asking you, but I'm just wondering, do you think that if the 2020 election was stolen, is Joe Biden the president?
Do you think the election was stolen?
I have no comment.
Do you think that Joe Biden garnered 81 million votes? Do you think the elections were fair? The problem is that the American people don't have all the answers because the media is part of the problem. The media's not reporting it. The media's never reported our forensic audit fairly. They're not reporting what's happening in Georgia. They're not reporting on these ballot traffickers that are being paid to drop off ballots. Media is doing a huge disservice to this country. And the people aren't getting the full story. But eventually I do think they will. And the media, whose numbers are dropping like a rock, are going to continue to drop. And pretty soon nobody will be watching. Because the media has turned their back on the people of America and not been honest. ABC News, CNN, MSNBC spent more than 3 years lying to the American people, saying that Russia colluded with Donald J. Trump to steal an election in 2016. And they knew that was false. They knew they were peddling lies, and they did nothing to stop it. It was a complete hoax, and it was a lie. And now they're doing the opposite. We have evidence of corruption in our election, and they refuse to cover it. They refuse to be honest with the people of this country. It is disgusting what the media has done. And I think their days are numbered when it comes to surviving all of this. The business, when you're lying to the people and you're in media, it's a bad business model.
Elle explique dans une autre vidéo qu'il y a seulement 2 sortes de genres, le mâle et la femelle. Elle explique qu'on peut traire une vache, mais clairement pas un taureau. Je te mets ça en vidéo.
Which one of you's from the New York Times? You know there's only 2 genders, right? There's only 2 genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
En voyant tout ça, on peut clairement se poser la question, à se demander réellement pourquoi elle dérange autant. Personnellement, je commence à me dire qu'on a peut-être notre réponse si on accepte d'ouvrir les yeux. Une chose est sûre, on n'est clairement pas au bout de nos surprises et 2024 est une année d'élections à travers le monde et à mon avis, des choses vont être rocambolesques. Alors, profitez du spectacle, n'oubliez pas de partager les informations et à bientôt.